Hi, hey, hi, hello, everybody. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know who it is. And it's time for the weekly track roundup, where I come through and I talk about what I felt were the worst and the best tracks of the week. It's that simple. It's that simple. We do it every week too. And all the songs that I talk about, they're all linked down below so you can check them out for yourself. Cool. Cool. All right. Also down there below is our Turntable Lab link, our Patreon link as well. We get kickback from your usage of the Turntable Lab link. And over on our Patreon page, you can, for a very cheap tier, get access to some dope-ass bonus monthly content. So make sure to check that out and take advantage. Take advantage. Check it out. All right. Worst tracks of the week. We have a few. We have a good handful. Bam. Ooh, this new Omar Apollo track, Stay Back. You should stay back, far back from this track, in my opinion, as it is a horribly executed Prince ripoff with bad production and even worse singing. Again, I would just say stay away. We have also this new track from Machine Gun Kelly and Bareface, which is another one of his like awful rock tracks. I don't know why Machine Gun Kelly has just decided to switch genres in a way, because this is just not fitting him. It's even worse than his stuff is typically. Then from there, Doja Cat Freak. I know this is technically an older track, but now I guess we have a slightly revamped official version of the song coming out now that's officially on streaming platforms and all that stuff. And I don't care for it. I think to do this kind of throwback vintage 50s vocal pop, but like with the trap 808s, it sounds horrible. Come on, give me a break. All right, then we also have a Beabadoobie, who is a singer-songwriter that I am becoming more and more familiar with as we get closer to the release of her new record in October. And I'm just not really all that crazy about the 90s alt-rock revivalism in her stuff. It just seems like a very uninspired ripoff without really trying to do anything creative or interesting with the form, the sound, the style. This track in particular, Sorry, just sounds like a really horrible combination, or a very derivative combination of Smashing Pumpkins, maybe a little bit of garbage in there too. And again, just doing absolutely nothing interesting with this sound and style. The song itself is even pretty mediocre. I'd rather just listen to Smashing Pumpkins. Then we also have this new track with 645 AR, FKA Twigs. Did a full-length review of this one over on the Fantano channel, and there were elements of it that I liked, but again, overall, I think this song's a miss. I think to do a chill, sensual, laid-back track like this with a pretty decent Twigs feature doesn't really make much sense for 645 AR's very squeaky, eccentric vocal style and flow. It just seems out of place, and it doesn't really add to the vibe of, excuse me, the instrumental, what Twigs contributes to the song too. It just seems like a bit of a mess or a misfire to me. We also have this new track over here from 2 Chainz, and also Lil Wayne is featured on it too. And Moneymaker is the title. And while I do love the horn sections, you know, the band sections in the instrumental, I think everything else about the song is pretty uninspired, from the Moneymaker hook to every bar that 2 Chainz throws out there. It seems like he's really just trying to go through the motions just to finish this track, and doesn't really have much going for him to do so, frankly. Then we go into the meh section, the tracks that I thought weren't mind-blowing, but certainly worth pointing out. You might enjoy them more than me. Let's go. We have this new track from Troye Sivan, Rager Teenager. The vocals on this track, I fuck with. The chord progression, I fuck with. Generally, the tune, I fuck with. But what is with the drums on this record? The drums sound horrible. Like, not only are they not really in the pocket, but they're so distorted and overblown and horrifically mixed. Like, they just ruin the song. They sound terrible. Come on. We could be doing better. We could be doing better than this. Then we have this new track over here from Token30 People, which honestly is pretty funny. I think he has some clever bars in it, and it's also attached to a very weird, eccentric music video. I just think as far as trap bangers go, it's pretty formulaic, and I think he's punching under his weight a little bit on this one. It's likable. It's cute. I think it's one of his songs that might, transcend to a larger audience, but there wasn't a whole lot about it that felt special to me, I guess. Then we also have this new track from Tobacco featuring Trent Reznor, Babysitter. It's easily one of the weirdest Tobacco songs ever. I'll give it that. There are elements of it that are severely off-putting and like hideous to the ear, but Tobacco stuff is usually pretty noisy, scuzzy, and weird, you know what I mean? So this could even be a song that grows on me the more that I hear it, but God, is it fucking awkward, but I also kind of love that it's so fucked up, so... Babysitter, Tobacco, Trent Reznor, give it a try. Give it a try. It might work for you. I don't know. We have also this new track from Machine Gun featuring Freddie Gibbs, where Freddie really carries the track. He is amazing on the song. I love the way that he totally kills it flow-wise over this somewhat unorthodox groove, which, Machine Gun, he's always been known to trend into a bit of future garage and footwork and that sort of stuff. And those grooves seem to inspire his production a bit on this one. I just think the beat could have been mixed a lot better. But still, it is cool to hear these two link up and for the most part, in a successful way. We have also a new track from Gojira, Another World. A bit of overproduced prog metal in my view. A lot of like Mastodon and Baroness vibes coming through on this one as well. But if that's your style, if that's your thing, you're most definitely going to want to hear this. But there are some elements, especially in the guitar work, that I felt were pretty repetitive, pretty redundant. And again, the production really didn't do too much for me. Then we have a new track from Fashawn, Born in America, which is not the most... I guess, devastating song about the current state of things in the hip-hop genre that I've heard over the past few months. But it's certainly good. It has a lot of heart and some worthwhile bars as well. Give it a try. Give it a shot. And we also have this new track from Declan McKenna, Be an Astronaut, which... is not the worst glam rock song I've ever heard. It is a little drawn out, but once again, like with Declan's previous single, he kind of faithfully recaptures a sound and a style from another era, but then beyond that does not put his own spin on in any significant way. I would say the song itself is even barely memorable beyond like sort of the aesthetic he's going for. It's just kind of a generic glam rock song in my view. We also have Conway the Machine teaming up with Method Man on this new track, where Method Man really, really, really carries. Like, he has most, if not all, of the clever bars on the track. His flow is killer. He still has it after all these years, unquestionably. It's really just Conway who I think could have done a lot better. And the hook could have actually been like a hook, but I don't know. Then we have Quarantine, new track from Blink-182, which is not a bad track. I know there are going to be some people out there who hate this one. I know we listened to it on the New Music Friday stream on Twitch this past Friday, and everybody was hating the shit out of it. But honestly, it's a lot better than everything on Blink's new record, and it's a speedy, direct piece of pop punk that's about the quarantine and how much the disease sucks and everything. I don't know. It's relatable. It's speedy. It's got some energy to it. It's not the worst Blink song in the world. We also have this Lockdown remix, Anderson .Paak. A few different versions of this song coming out now. This one has like some JIT on it, some No Name, some J-Rock, but it's really those J-Rock anti-vax bars that are kind of messed up and really just ruin the whole vibe of everything and like really take this thing down a fucking notch, like for real. Then let's get into the best tracks of the week. We have quite a few. I think this has been a pretty fruitful week in my view. Bam, we have this wonderful little track from S.G. Lewis, Robyn, Channel Trace, Impact, groovy, sensual, kind of psychedelic, fun, awesome dance tune with some good vocals as well. Loving it, loving it, loving it. We also have Rick Ross, Pinned to the Cross, which has some of Ross's most heartfelt bars ever. Just love the way that he kind of goes into societal ills, systematic racism on this one. It's one of his most thoughtful songs ever. Well produced too, though he usually has some pretty tasteful production on his shit. Just loving it. I think it's got a good energy, and again, Ross is sounding better than ever in terms of pen games. So give it a shot. We also have Primitive Man sounding heavy, noisy, apocalyptic, deadly even on this new track over here, Entity. Pretty psyched for their new record coming out soon. We have Lingua Ignota, who is doing a Chris Isaak cover, Wicked Game, which is a pretty dramatic version of that song, which previous to this cover, I don't think I was familiar with. So awesome to be turned on to that through this version. We have a wonderful crossover between Uchis and Rico Nasty, Aquí Yo Mando. And yeah, it's a cool Latin pop banger with a great beat, and Rico does a good job too. It's not super aggressive or hard-hitting or anything like that. It's smooth, it's sweet, and enjoyable. Love it, love it, love it. We also have Smile, Juice WRLD, more posthumous Juice WRLD featuring The Weeknd. Surprised this didn't make it onto the new record. I think it would have been one of the better tracks on the record if so. I mean, it has a pretty straightforward, coherent lead melody from Juice, good structure. The Weeknd feature, in my opinion, is pretty entertaining as well. So yeah, I mean, more good posthumous music from Juice. Hell yeah. We also have this new collaborative cut from Diplo and Joji. Daylight. Joji is coming through with some big production on this moody pop banger with a tried and true chord progression, sweet vocal melodies too, immense, awesome, huge instrumentation. Liking it a lot. Serial. Ooh, IDK on this one. Jid on this one. Kenny Mason on this one. And the production. God, it's a banger, and it's so relentless flow-wise and lyrically, too. You're going to be replaying this one a few times, man. It's pretty fucking awesome. Like, this is great. This is fantastic. Lord. We also have Jamila Woods over here on this new cut with some wonderful poetry. Some Erykah Badu vibes on the vocals, some awesome guitar work as well. SULA, Paperback is the title, and it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous from front to back. And also shout out to Holiday Sidewinder. I'm having a bit of a nasal thing right now. Ugh. And she's come through with a very funny, cheeky, entertaining, and tongue-in-cheek synth pop ballad with a bit of a futuristic production edge to it, titled Lazy Girlfriend, where all of the lyrics are about envisioning herself as a lazy girlfriend. You know, all the empty champagne bottles, dishes aren't cleaned, not texting back at the appropriate time. It's about giving up, essentially, which a lot of people are in the mood to do that right now. So why the fuck not? We also have Flatbush Zombies' new track with production from James Blake, who kills it on the production. Good verses from Michi and Juice and Eric. It's got a grimy, psychedelic energy and some standout bars too. Afterlife is the title. Kind of a weird hook as well. I'm loving it. I think it's pretty good. Also liking this new track from CHIKA. Over here too, huge Lauryn Hill vibes, I would say, on it too. And while I know that CHIKA was a really talented rapper, You Should is the title of this track, by the way. Knew she was a really talented rapper. Didn't know she also had like some awesome pipes too, because this is this is a sung tune. It's a ballad. The singing on it's really good. It's got some good vocals on it. Just loving the vibe, loving the guitar on it. The tune is great as well. So hell yeah, CHIKA. And also WAP with Cardi B, with Megan Thee Stallion. Awesome. Just like, dude, wet ass pussy anthem. Total banger. Simple, straightforward trap production. That hoes in this house sample. And hilarious and clever writing all over it. Like from the macaroni in the pot line to the bottom feeder line. Like there are a lot of bars on this fucking track. Okay, don't get it twisted. There are bars on this fucking track. I know because some people are like sexually repressed. They're gonna, hate it because of the topic. They're going to hate it because it's Cardi B, but don't get it twisted, man. There are some clever ass bars on this fucking wet ass pussy song. And shout out to Bon Iver with Ate Up All Their Cake, an awesome kind of chipmunked piano ballad with some great vocal work and just some good instrumentation all around. Lots of passion, pretty moving moment as well. So hell yeah. Hell yeah to this. And that has been the weekly track roundup, everybody. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. Try out all the songs, why don't you, huh? And yeah, that's it. You're the best. Love you so much. I will see you in the next video. Anthony Fantano, weekly track roundup, forever.